Okay, hello everyone. So today is Monday. Let's take a look. I've already posted everything with respect to swing hours for Monday and the swing days of the week on Saturday. So let's see where we're at. Now with gold, remember we had a swing day Friday. So as you can see, Friday there. Last week it was Monday. Monday went up. Wednesday, market came down. Friday, market went up. Okay, so it's all good. Now, this week's swing days, like I said, I've posted, so if you would like, you can wait for that. The good bikers I talked about last week. There's also one on the weekly, as you can see, which is there. That's 68.63. Market can come down to 2,485, but it can also extend. Let's put that 2,485, which is pretty much there. Okay, which is just there, as you can see. Okay, so if the market does dip back down here, this is also a good place where the weekly pivot is, and 2,485. So this is not a bad place to get back in as a buyer if you want to get back in. What the market did today here was also logical. If you're using your ATAM strategy, you would have had that price there, 65 today, 2,495. And I talked about, that's your 2,495, and I talked about the swing hours already. I posted them on Saturday. You could have gone in long right from here with a tight stop loss, already covering the stop loss and moving forward. Okay, so if you haven't done that, that's also okay, because it's the early hours of the morning, or you haven't probably woken up at all. Let's do this. Let's push this down a little bit. Now, where can we go to? So if the market does come back down, you can go long again, in my opinion, to the next swing day. And then the market should come back so that we can have a dip down. So be mindful of that. If the market starts to break down, we've got 55, 2,462. And that's also going to be a buy level. All right, so you've got zones where you can get into the market again. There's a bit of gap here, so you need to mind the gap, okay, but it looks pretty much closed anyway, so we'll keep that in mind. And on the weekly, as you can see, like I said, we can still dip down here. The first resistance of the week is your LCL1, 2,515. So 2,500, and come on, 2,515 is there. Alright, so there we go. So that's your first zone there. So this zone can also be a pullback zone. If the market comes back into the swing day, that's what we'd like to see. So the market pulls back into the swing days, and then we can push up again. Because it's not a swing day, I'm not going to do anything with it. But it is today is a full-on day. Today's like, the sky is pretty hectic, so you want to be careful. Okay, the market can still keep pushing upwards. Okay, and that shouldn't surprise you if it does. All right, so we just need to be careful, but just remember, it's not a swing day. All right, and I always recommend to trade on a swing day, because that's when we can expect things to happen. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. All right, euro dollar, here we are. So the market's in this zone. Remember, this was a sell zone. We had a good trade in on that level. Market pushed up again. Now we're back up here as well. Now remember, euro dollar Monday is today. It's a swing day. So let's take a look at the weekly. Do we have room to go up? Yes, we do. Let's take a look at the monthly. Well, we're pretty much we're at a target. There's still room to go up. And remember, after this triangle broke, our bias is to the long side, okay, to the upside. So let's do this. All right. So the market is still has potential to go up. But because it's a swing day and we're up here somewhere, and the market has sold off in this region before, let's see what we can do. We can take this as a wick, okay, and this could be our zone. All right, the This is on the weekly. Let's take a look at the daily. On the weekly, we still have that as a level. LCL1, 1089. Let's see how far that is. Well, 1089 is, let's see where we're at. Okay, so 1089. Let's push this up there. It's still doable. Alright, so the market can still go up. But today's a swing day and we are at the highs, right? And because we're at the highs, maybe we should be looking at selling today. Alright, it's not a bad idea. The market sold here, as you can see, and then pushed quickly back up. And that's, what is it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we'll have to see how this pans out. On the daily, 76, 1107. So this has got room to go. Okay, 1089, 1107. The market can still push up into that zone. All right. If you want to buy, then this is your zone. All right, because that's the last manipulation where the market's heading upwards, and it broke above that. Plus, we've got gaps here. So if we come back to the weekly pivot, and the stop loss needs to be below there, okay, at a swing hour, going up is okay. Obviously, don't buy from around here. The market is probably looking for, I mean, I don't know, the market today, it's like, today we could still be going in the same direction, okay, so any pullback is kind of like okay to go up, okay, into those levels. Let's take a look at the SP 500. Now the SP 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, Monday's a swing day. Alright, so we still have room to go up. We've got targets there, so 62, 60, 62, oh sorry, 67, 68, 5,609. So 5,609. And 22 is our zone. Alright, so this is going to be a target zone for us. So if you want to like push it up into there, I think it's doable. So we should get to a level where the market will kind of like ease back a little bit. And on the weekly, we're in the middle of nowhere. So this is the pull down, okay, retracement. So if the market swings back down, it's also an option. Okay, as you can see, that's the weekly. On the monthly, we've broken up, so the trend is still up, as you can see, going further up, so we've got room to go up. If the market does come back down, like maybe to the daily pivot, the closing price, daily pivot, then going back up is okay, right? There is a bit of a room here. If a sudden move happens, will it happen? Today in New York, we might have a sudden move between 5:30 and 7:45. Okay, so closer to 7:45. We've got no news coming today, as far as I know anyway. That's right. So we've got no news today. We've got news happening tomorrow. Tomorrow for Eurozone. Got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, so we should be all fine. And that's it. All right. So going back into those targets, I think are okay. And then with the news, we might have pullbacks, so be mindful. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and Bitcoin. Now, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, SP 500, they've got Monday in common. Okay, so this is not a bad place. As you can see, I've marked this level in before. I can now do this actually. Okay, so we're in the zone. where the market can turn around today or tomorrow for Dow Jones. So we're in this zone, okay? Now, so this is the weekly, right? And let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, so somehow we can expect the market to do a pullback back into this zone to also close some liquidity gaps you can see here. All right, so oops, let's do this. So today, tomorrow, I think retracement setups might be the way to go, but the end of today is also important. So I think, we need to kind of like, today is like important, all right? So we're going to look for these reversals today, okay? Because today really is a place where the market can kind of like start to make turns, all right? So looking for reversals from this zone is not a bad idea at all. Wait for the US session. Okay, so in the US session we're going to have some choppy and sudden moves around, so look out for them, which will be around, like I said, 7 to 7:30. No, between 7 and 8, and also from 9 to between 9 and 10. All right, so it could be pretty action packed. Okay, so be mindful for these. All right. Also, you can do this on your daily. Okay, and that could be kind of like your setup zone depending on the time. So just set your hours and just work with it, okay, accordingly. But this is a sell zone, and Dow Jones has Monday/Tuesday. So these 2 days looking for reversals and a pullback is not a bad idea for the indices. Also Monday, like I said, with SP 500 and NASDAQ. Euro-dollar as well today. So that's also going to be interesting. And let's see where we're at. Okay, so here we have NASDAQ on the weekly. As you can see, there's a big push up. There's still a bit of just a slight gap here. So the market can still have a bit of a room to go up, as you can see this zone here, and that's fine. So you need to mark this in here, right? You see that zone there, okay? And what I would do then, obviously, mark this zone in. So we still have a bit of a room to go up here. It's done the PST levels, as you can see. So heading back up here to sell off is still on the cards. Also, you can see from here, okay, it's done that goodbye kiss. Let me actually get rid of that. Let's stop this. Let's pull this from here to here. Okay, and that's where we're at right now. Okay, but there's a bit of room here, so if the market does head up tonight, we're at highs somewhere. So that also swing about can come on Tuesday as well if we make a high today. Okay, so that's possible, so be mindful with that. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin, we had Saturday for a swing day. If you played your cards right, you should have been all okay. Alright, so this is Bitcoin. So Monday, Sunday, Saturday, I think it was. Let's take a look. Yeah, we had Monday and Saturday. Alright, so this is your Saturday zone here, and that's your Monday, right? So that's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So Monday we were up, market came back down, and then this is Saturday. Okay, so the market ends up somewhere here, slightly higher, sweeping the stop losses off the even highs on a Sunday, and then we're reversing back down. Okay, So what to do here? Now this should break, okay? So the market should sweep it below this if it's going to come down. The support of the day is going to be 44 and 42, which is 57,550, 58,404. So look out for those levels at your swing hours. On the weekly, where are we? We're on the weekly, we're a bit in the middle of nowhere. What's that level? 36. It is 49,937. If it gets there, if it gets to 49,900 zone, you're a buyer. Okay, if it does that this week, that's your buy zone. All right, as you can see, the market closed this gap here. All right, on the monthly, that's fair enough. So, and that's basically it. Okay, so if we dip down, you know, you need to be buying at those dips, which are weekly support levels. Another good place to buy would be, if it gets there, obviously, on the weeklies, 43,873, which is right there. Okay, so on the line, if it comes down, you're a buyer. At the swing hours or close to those hours, you should be okay to be doing it. Okay.